Hello, this is EXP Gamers, where the E's are all threes.
No, it's not.
Sometimes.
Son of a... I said that wrong? Did I say it wrong?
No. You said it right, I think.
Gosh dang it, you guys are mean.
Oh my god. What are we doing again?
Well, first let's introduce ourselves, because the one that's giggling in the background like a giddity schoolgirl would be Neo.
You wish.
I know. I am Flair.
Joey.
I am Flair, and Joey is the black guy.
Hey, I'm not black. I'm just being all secretive, which I just realized I don't have to since you guys aren't doing video. But I can't change that now, so oh well. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the reason I'm doing video is because you guys don't get to see my little icon, and trying to insert it during video editing looks really, really weird. So yeah, we'll do this from now on. Whee!
Or you could just overlay your icon over that.
I don't know how to do that.
Yes, you do!
I do?
We've also
Oh.
discovered today that Joey's
Yes,
a liar.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Joey's a horrible liar.
Wait, what am I lying
Alright,
about?
anyways. Today we are bringing you fails. Our fails.
No, we're not.
Well, this video started because of one specific, fail that the person he's in boot camp right now, so I hope he doesn't like murder us later when he finds out that we told this.
Don't worry, he will.
I know he will. We can't tell him until after he leaves. When he comes back, we're not going to say anything.
Oh god, we can't even tell him about the channel till after until right as he leaves.
Well, how is he not gonna find out?
I have no
We
clue.
won't tell him.
He'll find out.
Well, it's... You know how many people we've told already about this?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he'll
and
find,
how many
he'll
of them
find
actually
out.
watch?
He'll find out.
How
Anyways,
many- even
so-
though Echo doesn't watch, he knows... Anyway, yeah, whatever.
so this fell started out in Lost Planet 2, the demo. In this demo, you can play 4 players on campaign, and you fight a Category G Acrid. Simple as that. You just shoot the points, and it dies eventually. So if you were player 3, I think it was, you got this gun called the gun sword. And when you melee with it, it lets out a sword, and you can melee over and over again. And it was fun. So Alex hadn't seen it yet, and I had just become player 4 again. And he was
Or
like,
3,
I was like,
whatever it is.
I think it was 4. And I was like, hey Alex, look at my gun sword. Look at what I can do. And I swung it once. I accidentally hit him. I swung it twice. I hit him again, and the third time was like the finishing blow. It didn't do any damage, but the third hit flung him all the way on to the big giant boss.
And this is where it really gets interesting.
So, while Alex is on the big boss, Joey and I are both throwing grenades. I threw a disc that goes grinding into the back end of the boss, and Joey throws a sticky detonation.
No, it was the one that goes. It makes a big boom.
The one that makes that big field?
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll call that the...
the pulse grenade. Halo
No.
reference.
No. Well, I mean, it basically
No.
was that, but it was a million times stronger because it would kill anything that was in it. Besides the boss, because it was too small.
Oh, it was a cluster bomb.
Oh yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh god.
Okay, so yeah, I threw a cluster bomb, which if anyone knows what a pulse grenade is, which I'm sure you would by now because of Halo 4, but anyway. So Neo threw his disc grenade, I threw my cluster grenade. And
Okay, okay, hold on. Let's have a layout here. Alex is standing on the back of it. The cluster grenade goes behind Alex, pushing him forward. The disc grenade is already stuck into like the weak spot of the enemy that's poking out, and he gets pushed towards that. He then attempted to shoot it with a sticky or
A hand
hand cannon, which it sticks into the enemy, and then after a few seconds it explodes. when it exploded, it knocked him off into the water, and he instantly died. And the reason why it knocked him off is because the explosion of the hand cannon and then the disc all together had a significant amount of force to push him into the water. Sadly, this was all 15 seconds into the game.
And this all happened in about 5.
Hey, Alex, look at my gun sword. Smack! Oh, dang it.
Smack.
I'm on the...
We can never bring that up around him, or he'll be mad at us.
Oh, God. Just saying gun sword makes him mad.
We can't even play Lost Planet 2 around him.
Oh.
Okay, and now, Joey, I believe your fail is next.
Yes.
We have this all
Pokemon.
scripted. We have this all scripted for once. Yay!
Well, somewhat
Organization.
scripted to where we know what should be coming next. Anyway, my fail happened in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, whatever you want. There's a part in the game where you're supposed to go under a bridge. I didn't know you could go under the bridge because the way it was laid out, it looks like you would just run into it. I didn't even attempt to go under. I was like, okay, I can't go that way, so what the hell am I supposed to do? I spent a week trying to figure out. My friends had no idea what I was talking about. They play Pokemon too, but they didn't understand. And I could not get under that bridge to move on. It was horrible.
He was just chilling out next to the bridge, and he was like, "Ah, man, bridge! If only you had a gap I could go under."
Oh my God! I'll just say this.
Joey was like the other Pokemon players. He would sit there and just sniff, sniff, sniff.
That's what I did in the meantime. I was just like, oh my God, I'll just train. So I went sniff, 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 and I found Pokemon.
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
It was shuffle, shuffle. You dunce.
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
What is next?
what is next is
Oh,
mine
well.
and Joey's, I think, favorite one of the day.
That's 'cause you were in it.
Oh yeah. So in Halo 4, once you get to a certain level, you get to choose specializations. It gives you special abilities. One of the abilities is that it increases your vehicle's health. And so I just gotten this, and we were testing it out, and Joey was in the back of a Warthog, and he was using the turret, and I was driving. I'm a horrible driver in video games. I think I'm pretty good in real life, I hope.
Hopefully.
I haven't gotten an accident
Nope.
yet. So I decided we're just going to make a run towards the blues, and we start driving towards the blues, and I hit something. We go flipping out of control. I splatter 3 people. One of them is a first strike, and I go rolling out of control. I'm just laughing so hard that we get blown up. So that wasn't even the worst part. We then proceeded to do it again, but this time we get 0 kills, and we just flip everywhere, and we should have crushed a blue, but it didn't happen, and we just flipped out of control.
We kind of rode on top of him for a little while.
We were just like, "Hey, blue, do you need a push?" Yes.
It must have been Caboose. Ah, no, thanks, thank you.
Yes, he was.
I would have laughed if that's how he died. If we died, he just punched us and we exploded.
Oh, he did
Caboose
die
would've been
from us,
strong
though,
enough.
right? We knocked out his shields.
Yeah.
Good times. I want to do that again.
Well,
Oh,
every time we
God.
get a Warthog, we get at least 1 kill now.
I believe Neo has a Skyrim fail.
The Skyrim giant fail. It was when I first played Skyrim. The first time I see a giant, I'm like level 5, and I'm dumb enough to shoot an arrow at this thing, thinking, well, I have a bunch of arrows. I can probably take it out. My dumb self got trapped, and I got hit once. I skyrocketed and hit the top of the map, and then proceeded to fall to my death.
Even though you're already dead after that first hit.
Oh, I actually survived. I managed to pause the game in mid-flight and heal myself enough.
Oh my god.
So I was alive for the entire fall.
That's horrible.
Too bad he didn't have like a float spell or something.
That would be kind of cool if they put that in.
Though I think
It wasn't in
worst
Morrowind.
thing-
It's not in Skyrim.
The worst thing
Yeah.
for me was that I think I fell through a bunch of birds.
It's called a Featherfall spell in Morrowind.
Oh god, I fell through a bunch of birds and I just like hit them. I was like, slow me down. They were like, nope. You're going right through, buddy. You're hitting that floor.
Sorry, we'd like to help you, but we've reached our maximum capacity of carrying load today.
Oh god, that mess was amazing.
Yep.
Anyhow,
You will always remember that day in Skyrim.
yes, I will. I also got my revenge shortly after I reloaded.
So now, we have another one involving Alex's best game and our worst, sort of. So,
Well, it's
were-
a win in Alex's part.
yeah, it's a
Let's be
fell on
fair.
our part because we weren't around to see it. So, we were all playing as a group. There was like 6 of us. No, yeah, because Big Team Battle's 8, right?
Yeah, Big
Yeah,
Team
if
Battles
you-
8. There was no, it
there
was
was 7
7
of
of
us.
us because
There was-
Alex.
There was 7 of us, and we all decided we didn't want to do Big Team Battle after we started. So Alex was like, we'll just do Capture the Flag. He never said after this. He never said right now. So instantly we all thought, oh, we'll just quit. So it ended up we all quit except Alex and some Anon. So it was just some random guy and Alex. Alex ended up getting, what is it, like 25 kills in a row without dying?
I think so.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, he got an inconceivable 25 kills in a row without dying. Or it's 30 kills in a row without dying.
Was that in a Banshee?
Yeah,
No, I
while
think it's
flying a
25.
Banshee.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it
think
is
it's
25.
25 to 30, somewhere around there. So.
Somewhere around there. And the whole time, it was a team of 8 versus a team of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all left Alex to die. And he got the best game of ever. He wasn't even mad at us because he got that medal. So we surpassed his approval.
He was like, thanks guys for giving me an easy game. I didn't have anybody to complain about. Oh god. Alright, next on the list is me and Flair's Armored Core 5.
So, hold on. I'll give us a little background. Armored Core 5. You're in a giant mech. Well, actually, it's not so giant in Armored Core 5 actually because they're tiny. You're in a mech and you go and do things. Well, me and Neil are the only 2 people on our team because no one else has it, so it's just us. And it's really hard to capture territories when you're fighting against actual people, which is how you capture territories.
Especially when it's us 2 versus teams of 5.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure it was a 2-on-2 at the next one.
Yeah, that was a 2-on-2.
Anyway.
So we did a conquest, and it was just 2 people versus us 2, and they only used melee weapons, close range weapons, a sword, an energy sword, and I can't remember.
Pile driver.
Pile driver. Yep.
Oh god. Now let us explain what this pile driver is. It is a metal contraption that when it touches you, it is like a miniature nuke blew up on your dick.
What?
Wow.
It's that powerful and it hurts a lot.
You didn't have to say the
The actual description is that it pushes out nuke warheads for like a big explosion.
Yeah, point blank range.
Point blank range nuke explosion.
What about the other guy then?
The other guy was using energy swords.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. When you use that weapon, you don't get
It's
hurt.
not just one. And no, they don't get hurt.
Wow. How do you not get hurt from using a point blank nuke?
I don't know, maybe it's like
Because
a
he
claymore,
injects
blast
it
in one
He
direction.
injects it inside of the person and explodes up on the inside of the core, the armor. Yeah.
Still. Anyway.
So now
Anyways,
imagine that's being injected there.
Yeah,
Ouch.
but here's the kicker. That pile driver, when you're using it, you don't get to aim. It doesn't have like a lock on. It doesn't have a lock on like the energy sword or a normal sword. So it's harder to use. Me and Neo got raped by these guys and we were using guns.
Wait,
It
which
wasn't
one
even like
died
a-
first?
What?
I said, who died first? Was it me or you?
I think it was you, and you're like, he has a bio driver! He has a bio driver! Ah!"
I went with, I think it was my
Ranger.
Ranger. I went with Ranger, which was high torque joints, which meant I could jump really high. I could
that
get
didn't
really
save you.
good air. That did not save me even a little bit. I was murdered. I bet that dude watched me jump and then slowly watched me fall, and he was like, he has no idea. He's like, he's gonna piss himself.
So, speaking about
Fortunately, I did later that day.
speaking about nukes,
Oh god.
we have another Lost Planet 2 fail.
This was actual game, not demo. Let's
No,
be clear.
this was an actual game. It was just me, Joey, and Neo. We were all testing out all the multiplayer maps because that's how you get familiar with them. And you know, oh, over here, over there. We need to be there, whatever. But anyways, there's this big giant crate in the middle of the map almost, and it's
But the only way to get that is to have specifics on the map settings or whatnot, because you can't get on regular online for some weird reason, no matter what you do. We had to...
I know the reason.
Anyway.
yeah. So, anyways, there's this big box on the map if you have the setting set properly, and we were like, we want to open this thing, and you open it using your thermal energy, which I really don't want to get into explaining, so someone else explain it.
Anyway, you just shoot the box with thermal energy. We had to shoot it, give it 9,999 thermal energy, and that
Which is
killed
max.
us, like... How many times did we die? Trying
5
to fill
times
it?
because we each spawn with 2,000.
Oh god.
2000. Freaking A. It was ridiculous. Basically, it took us a long time. We finally get this box open.
I jump in it because I was like, I have to do it.
because I was not. I just gave up on it. I went and I hopped in a helicopter mech.
So we see this VS and it's just sitting there and it has a big old missile on its back and a tiny little machine gun in one hand. And Joey was like, I must drive this. Neo's flying around and Joey's like, I can lock the missile on. He aims at Neo and fires. Joey, continue on.
It goes straight up, and I'm just like, oh, nothing happened.
You were like, that was the most horrible, disappointing part of the unlocking of this thing. We were all disappointed. We were like, it does nothing.
Flair,
Yeah,
where
and
were
then
you?
about like 30 seconds
wait,
to a
where
minute
was
later.
Flair?
I was right behind you.
Oh. I'm pretty sure I got out of that mech because I was like, this is a disappointment. Never want to touch it again.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
We just sat there and we looked at it. We were like, why would they put this in here?
Yeah,
We didn't understand. And then all of a sudden, this big explosion happens and we all die.
In Mass Effect, I mean not Mass Effect. God dang, I'm mixing up games. In Lost Planet 2, you have the ability to eject from your VS. I'm in a flying VS. You have that ability too. This thing was so powerful, I no longer had that ability. I just straight up died. I immediately start yelling, I'm going down! I'm going down! Oh god! No! No!
Meanwhile, Flair and I were just disintegrated anyway, so it didn't matter.
we were just like, Joey, I'm sorry. I stole your pancake.
No, the biggest thing I think we were thinking was, we gotta do this again.
Yeah,
Yes, we did it about 4 or 5 times after that.
because it was awesome. We tested how far. You'd have to be at the edge of the map in one of the flying vehicles, and you'd have to
be below the map too,
Oh, yeah.
just before you explode, or else you would die no matter what.
Yes, so basically... Wait, we didn't test to see if you would survive if you were underground.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
No,
No, we
I don't-
didn't.
No one was ever underground. We just wanted to test out if we were actually in the explosion. Or
Oh, yeah.
where it could hit you. Oh well. I'm pretty sure underground you'd survive. Or
Maybe,
who knows?
maybe. We'll test that out later.
Well, next fail.
Well, we'll do mine because I want to rearrange this. We'll do the other one before. So
Alright.
this isn't really my fail, like perfectly, but you know, it was the stupid games fail. So, Final Fantasy III for the DS. Just got it, loved it, played it. Got to a part where you, I believe you take a boat and you go to this island. And I go to this island and I suddenly realize I can enter this forest. It's a chocobo forest. I was like, heck yeah, I get to ride a chocobo finally. I go through all the procedures of getting a chocobo, which is a pain in the butt, to realize I cannot ride this chocobo anywhere besides this island. There was nowhere to go. And half of the island was mountains that I couldn't walk on. I could literally walk around in a circle. That was about it. I sat there wondering how come my chocobo couldn't just jump across the small little river of pixels. I then proceeded to dismount the chocobo and never ride another one ever.
And then later on that day, he came back and murdered it.
Oh.
No, you can't murder chocobos. That's against the law.
Yeah,
you
the
put
chocobos
chocobos-
murdered him.
Hey.
It would have been funnier in that story if Flair got so upset about this, he left, and then the chocobo followed him off the island.
No, as soon as you dismount a chocobo, it runs away.
God, that still would have been hilarious, though, if it followed you off the island.
Oh.
Flair would have been so pissed, he would have just looked at it, I hate you, and then it would have ran away.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Next fail.
Alright, next fail, the alpha zombie teabagging.
So, Halo Reach. This is where I first met Neo, and
Back
Joey
in
and I
my
got
day.
along really well.
Back in
Nope.
my day when we played Halo Reach,
Arr,
there was
arr.
a thing called
hey,
zombies.
Hey, this is Too Unkindness Me. So you still playing Halo Reach?
Halo 4.
Okay.
Anyway.
We all played Living Dead. It's basically, there's a group of survivors versus, what is it, like 3 zombies? And you
Yes.
gotta,
Alpha zombies start.
yeah, and you gotta live. We all hate being zombies because it's harder to get kills. All 3 of us started out as zombies. No,
No.
me and
Me
Neo
and Flair.
started out as zombies, and Joey was a survivor.
Yep.
We played on sword base. There's this nice little cubbyhole where people go and hide for some odd reason.
Known as the red lift. On
Yes.
sword base.
Yes. So we're cheap and we like to not kill each other on those kinds of games where that's the object to kill anyone and everyone.
So Joey's hanging out down here on the red lift with some random guy, and me and Neo walk up and we just start teabagging because we're like, we mean no harm. And somehow, I guess the other alpha zombie that was in that match was a friend of the one guy, so he was just teabagging with us, and the game ends, and then we get murdered.
Yeah, but during this process of me and Flair teabagging, the guy kept killing us, and Joey would go up in front of him and start shaking his character.
Was that before or after they fixed the team killing?
I think that's after.
Yeah, no, it was before.
No.
It was before.
It was before because you killed him.
I killed him, he came back, and then I shook my head no to him.
No.
No.
Like after the entire thing, you didn't kill him during that thing, but at the end when he killed us, you killed one of us, and then you killed him. I think.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
we have to
yeah.
watch that video over.
That was one of the best moments that we had.
Yes. I kind of
Uh,
wish we could like have that video up, but we can't even render the videos out anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
sad.
Anyway, next fail and or whatever.
Last fail. It's mine. Crisis 2.
Wait, really? We already went through everything else? Dang.
Yeah.
We went through everything else. Joe's sad. He's got a tear running down his invisible face.
Yes, I do. Look, here's the tear.
Flair removed Neo from this conversation. Flair 0 added Neo from this conversation. Flair 0 removed Neo from this conversation. Flair added Neo. Flair removed Neo from this conversation. Flair added Neo.
Anyway.
Anywho. Alright, now the Crisis 2 fail was a piece of crap. For you gamers out there who have played any hard difficulty modes, I was on the 3rd hardest difficulty on that game.
So it's basically hard, and then there's very hard.
It's basically like hardcore and then insanity. I'll go off Gears of War terms. This thing was on hardcore. I'm crouched, fixing to ambush what looks like a hunter from Halo, and I fall through the map. And I can't die. I can't restart the checkpoint because as soon as I fell through, I got an immediate checkpoint. So I reload because I didn't notice, and I'm immediately. I'm now swimming underneath the map. I'm like, well, can I come back up somewhere else? I'll swim through this pipe. No, you can't get in the pipe that way. Nope, you're screwed. You gotta restart the whole freaking level. God darn it! I hated that mess.
So needless to say, Neo's guy got a lot of swimming done and became super buff, and then he raced Michael Phelps and won.
No, I took Chuck Norris's lessons about swimming through land, quite literally.
Oh.
Too bad Chuck Norris wasn't there to be approved of it. He just shook his head in disapproval, stealing my lines.
I was learning from him. He was supposed to be there.
He was your mentor.
No, he wasn't.
He left me behind. And then I said this to him, and then he said, Chuck Norris leaves no one behind. You leave Chuck Norris behind. Then I got roundhouse kicked and died.
Interesting how you're still alive to tell this tale.
Yep.
Well, I wasn't the Crisis 2 character. I'm okay now.
Alright, well,
Chuck Norris, don't look at me like that. No, don't do it. Ah!
That's
Well,
the
this
end
is
of our fail video kind of thing, I guess.
Okay, I promise you guys, or at least I'll try to promise you guys, we will try our best to get our own fail videos up and running.
I wish we could render out our Halo Reach videos, but Bungie doesn't control that anymore, and that server got shut down.
That stinks.
Yeah, it's
It
gonna
costed
be...
money anyways, so.
It still stinks.
It's gonna be a long
we
time
can't
before
do
we
the
can...
Halo 4 server. We'll get new fails for you guys, and we'll complain about how they happened. Or we'll celebrate them.
Something.
Celebrate good time, come on! Why'd it get really quiet?
Because it can.
I'm stabbing you.
Well,
Oh crap, I turned on my 360.
this has been Joey.
Flair,
Neo.
and we are all going to sign off and get to sleep because it's like 1:30 in the morning.
Well,
For me.
for Flair and myself.
Neo is all special and has this 4 o'clock in the morning thing. Jeez.
Or is it
I
5
hate
now?
all of you.
Why do you gotta be so special?
Special.
Special.
Why do you guys have to be so special? Why do I have to stay up for you guys?
I don't know. Anyway, the recording shall stop now.
Boop. You
No.
did.
Tiddly
No
winks.
No!
Beep.